I don't believe there is mistakes. I believe they're all experiences that we either choose to learn from or we don't. So if you do something wrong or you've had the same experience and you're not learning from it, then that experience has gone out the window. Then it becomes a mistake because, the universe is putting it there on a plate in front of you. You haven't learned from this yet. So people might come and say, why am I making all the bad decisions? Because you still haven't learned. Take a step back.
Dolores Cannon talks a lot about that. Do you know Dolores Cannon?
Yeah.
Dolores Cannon talks about that this is a school. Earth is a school.
But it is.
And you're down here to learn. And if you don't learn in this lifetime, you'll be back in the next lifetime until you fucking...
That's a fact.
Hello and welcome to Conversations with Cornelius. I'm a comedian. This podcast is about my life, my wife, my likes and dislikes, hurling, football, movies, sex, drugs and rock and roll without the sex, drugs and rock and roll. There are going to be special guests and always regular contributors, but mostly it's going to be me and my main squeeze, the wife. So sit back, relax and enjoy Conversations with Cornelius.
I have a few questions here for you, right? Well, I'll just have to get you back. But you're like, what are you like as a human, right? What are you like as a human? Like, I know you're helping people all the time, right? And you're doing you're on your own path. But what are you like as a human? When the door closes and it's just you're inside in the house, what are you like inside? Who are you? What are you about?
Okay, well, I believe I'm a very kind, caring, loving person, I see the good in everybody. I really do, and I like to try and help as many people as I can based on my own trials and tribulations through life. This is my one objective, is to spread the word of positivity, of resilience, and an attitude of never give up. But I'm very comfortable in my skin. I don't take life for granted. We can be taken at any time. Anytime. I like to live in the present moment now, like this hour or so with you and the lads, filming. It's the most important time in my life. I'm not thinking about anybody else or anything else. But as a person, I'm very genuine and very honest, and I genuinely care about people. I just like to try to bring the best out in people.
That's so rare, because, and I put myself in here now as well into this category. I'd like to think I'd have similar traits, but I find you'd always put yourself slightly first. Your own, like, I want to help people, but I also have to help myself. And I think most people are, maybe I'm wrong now, most people are like that, or maybe they're caught up in their own world. But it's a very rare and beautiful thing to be selfless. To be selfless.
Yeah, but it's also about being authentic. And there was a survey done going back a few years ago called the Spain Scale of Emotions, SPANE, I think it is. And what they did was they monitored several thousand people up in a massive arena, and like the vibration of the scale is like a pyramid, and at the bottom of that would be, we'd say, shame, a very low frequency, and then that would go up to maybe anger and hatred and concern and empathy and stuff as it goes up. And then it goes up to, which most people, and me included, would have thought that love would be the highest frequency, up around 700 hertz in that, But believe it or not, the highest frequency that there is the frequency of authenticity. It's true.
I would never have thought that.
It's through the roof.
So when you say you're authentic, right, and I believe 100% that you are authentic.
I'm not just saying about myself, I'm just saying in general that the survey done was authenticity is up there.
Like, what's your definition of authenticity?
Being true to yourself and being transparent to the outer world.
Yeah. Do you work at that, or is that natural?
It's natural.
Natural.
No, you don't have to work at something like that.
Yeah.
When you're being truthful to yourself first and foremost, and honourable, and the people that you interact with on a daily basis. But you were speaking a while ago about maybe putting yourself forward and stuff. I posed the question to you, and I do it all the time in my clinic. Who's the most important person in your life, Cornelius?
My wife.
Ask me the same question.
Who's?
I am.
Yeah.
The most important person in my life.
Two strong words.
Tell you why?
Why?
Because if I don't believe in who I am if I don't value who I am and my self-worth, how do I expect anybody else to? It's not egotistical, it's not vanity, and it's not selfishness. It's of paramount importance. Because when you can adopt that attitude without being egotistical, for instance, then your vibration is at a really very high frequency of authenticity, that you actually believe in yourself, and you can carry yourself into a room, but your kids and your wife will feed off that. You're not cocky, you're not coming across as arrogant, and you're not going around saying, I am the most important person in my life all the time. It's a feeling, you know?
That's fucking cool, man. That is so cool,
Like,
honestly.
Like, who were you before you met your wife? Who were you before you had children? Because we lose a particle, a spark of our true essence of who we are when we get into relationships. And I deal a lot of this with people that are in relationships and breakups and stuff. And like, people might come to me and they're distraught because they're in a relationship and it's after breaking up and that, you know.
You
And then
lose your
when-
identity then, don't you? Like,
But you do.
yeah.
But your authentic self. And then I might say, why would you want to be with anybody that doesn't want to be with you?
Yeah. No, it's true. It's true. And like yeah. No, that's
I
that
know we're
is
gone off a bit.
no,
here,
no,
but
it's no, it's, no, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's really good.
excuse me.
You said something there as well, and I find, because I'm trying. This is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be happy in my own skin, comfortable in my own skin. I think is what you said, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Were you always comfortable in your own skin
I think so, yeah.
from day dot?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, is it something that you're born with, or is it something that you can work on, or is it both?
Look, you can work on anything,
Yeah.
you know. And I think it's important to work on your self-development. You know, I speak about this again. I know I brought up a couple of times in the seminar. I think it's very important to work on one's self-development every day. And like when I do hold something like that, the first thing I do if I'm introduced is I'll write on a whiteboard behind me, mental and emotional strength. And then I'll turn around to everybody and say, remember those words, because it'll become perfectly clear at the end of this presentation why you either choose to work on that every day of your life or not. You know, because when we're mentally and emotionally strong, then things start to fall into place.
How do you develop emotional strength?
Working on yourself every day.
Like, are we talking affirmations? Are we talking mirror work,
Yeah,
journaling?
And accepting what has happened in the past.
That's a hard thing to do.
It is. And I know, look, people might be saying, I've gone through this and I've gone through that, lots of stuff. And I see an awful lot of people with a different range and myriad of issues that they come to see me. But stop blaming, stop playing the victim, and start doing something about it. No, accepting doesn't mean condoning. It means that you're setting yourself free from whatever. And even an affirmation, will I give it?
Please.
It's a forgiveness affirmation. Do you want to say it with me?
Yeah.
I forgive everybody and anybody.
I forgive anybody and everybody.
Sorry, I spoke too fast. It's the Cork accent.
It's a Ballyfihan accent.
Yeah. I forgive
I forgive
everybody and anybody,
everybody and anybody.
the circumstances and events
The circumstances and events
causing these feelings
causing these feelings
to be in my body.
to be in my body.
Knowing that forgiving
Knowing that forgiving
is not condoning,
is not condoning,
but cutting
but cutting
the energetic ties
the energetic ties
between the people and events,
between the people and events,
setting me free.
setting me free.
This does not
This does not
remove the obligation
remove the obligation
for what these people and events
for what these people and events
have done to me.
have done to me.
This is down.
This is done.
This is down the other
This is
way
down. Sorry. This is down
to karmic law.
to karmic law. The laws of the universe.
Correct.
Uh,
Law of boomerangs.
what goes around? Oh yeah, well that's kind of karma, isn't it? Is it karma? What goes around
The
goes.
rest is down to karma. You know, just disconnect from it. Then
I had a book years ago with the laws of the universe, and I cannot find it. And it was like, do you ever listen to or read anything by a woman called Louise Hay?
oh, yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, she wrote it,
Yeah.
and each chapter was about 3 pages long. And I lost it during the pandemic. I don't know how I lost it during the pandemic because I was at home all the time, right? But I And I think this is when my addiction got very strong, actually, because I was at home minding my boys, wasn't moving out of the house, and I'd and they were kids, they were babies, so they'd go to bed during the day for a couple of hours, and then they'd get back up, and it was nappies, feeding, sleeping, rinse, repeat. And I was pulling the hair out of my head, right, trying to stay normal. And I'd go out into the car, and I'd smoke a joint, and I'd read One of the Laws of the Universe from Louise Hay, and I'd come back in, and I honestly, my cup would be full, because like the words would really, my spiritual guru is Abraham Hicks.
Yeah.
I listen to Abraham Hicks all the time.
Yeah.
I like Bashar as well,
Yeah.
but I love Abraham Hicks.
Yeah.
They resonate with me
They're fantastic.
on a way that I just, whatever it is, like I've often.
Fantastic.
Have you ever gone to anything? The people who probably don't know now who are listening to this, these are spiritual gurus, like Abraham Hicks in particular and Bashar. They, what is it,
Channels, yeah.
They channel in entities into their body and then answer questions from audiences.
Yeah.
But like they answer the questions immediately.
Yeah. But it's not through words that the likes of Abraham is connecting with Hicks, Esther and Jerry Hicks, who Jerry is dead now, you know. They're communicating through vibration.
Through vibrations, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I've been into them, I suppose, since we found out about them over 25 years ago, I'd say at this point.
Really?
Yeah. Or thereabouts. I've got all their books. I've learned a lot from them, you know.
Yeah.
Jerry and Esther Hicks, they're fantastic.
I have in my Yaris, I have one of her CDs in my Yaris, and
That's fantastic. You're on the right path, man.
I honestly, it raised my vibe. Like it's what I like when I was saying to you there in the car. You know, people listen to this and people listen to that, and it's very hard to be in your own head. That's what I do on the way to a gig. Is I'll put on something like that.
Yeah,
and
fantastic.
Just you're coming out of the car in a different vibe, like you know.
Like you spoke about Louise Hay. I use this affirmation all the time in my clinic with clients, and it goes like this: I now trust in the flow and the process of life. All I need is taken care of. You know?
Yeah.
Powerful words.
Beautiful words.
But you're on about vibration and stuff like that. We live in a vibrational-based universe, and everything vibrates at its own particular frequency. And a lot of people won't realise, but our thoughts create our feelings create our emotions, and our emotions create our vibrational frequencies. So you've got what's called an emotional guidance system built into us, and our emotional guidance system tells us whether we're feeling good or feeling bad. And how do you know that? Well, you know by how you're feeling. So your feelings are the guideposts to your understanding. No one accepts them. So if you're feeling down, therefore your vibration is down. So when it is down, you think to yourself, I don't like this, you know. People say I have to, that's effort. I choose to lift myself out of this vibration and focus on what I want, not on what I don't want. Because that's the thing that drags people down. They're focusing too much on what they don't want. And based on energy follows thought, I get what I think of, whether I want it or not. So I'll be careful of what I think of, because energy follows thought. Focus too much on that. Okay? Put the barrier there. Now you know what you don't want. What is it that you do want? So focus on what you do want.
It's always on the opposite side of what you don't want. Yeah.
And it's not that difficult.
Do you know, Ger, it's not that difficult, right? But the programming is so strong from a young age that I think for me it's taken me 20 odd years of affirmations and listening to Abraham and reading Louise Hay and watching Bashar, and even to a lesser extent in recent years watching your videos on TikTok, you know, because these conversations are not normal conversations, man.
No.
Do you know what I mean? They're not like, I wouldn't be having... Conspiracy John is the only guy that I'd be having this conversation with, right? And we'd often send each other, like back in the day, man, we could send each other 15, 16, 17-minute long voice notes about vibrations, about affirmations, like, and I'd listen to them like, I'm going, oh, that was too short. Do you know what I mean? Whereas like, and I have many wonderful friends, and we're talking about men as well there now beforehand. And and you asked me who's the most important person in my life, and you're right, I am the most important person in my life. But my knee-jerk reaction was my wife,
of course,
and my kids would be very, very, very close second. You know, I love the guts and blood and bones and marrow in them more than I think I love myself, even though I know I should love myself more, and I possibly do, and I need to probably work on that. But it's like, it's not something that people are ashamed, or they're afraid to say that type of stuff for fear of judgment. And I think that's I think that in this world, that's a shame, because where there's so much anger and hate out there at the moment, you know,
Yeah.
and it's like, it's just to get that out there in an authentic way is a very. So I take my hat off to you, brother, because what you're doing is absolutely amazing.
Thank you
Do you know what I mean? And you're helping so many people.
Yeah.
And I know that was just the first question there that I asked you, like, and it was about yourself, but it took
Takes its own course.
it took a world of its own. But like, yeah, absolutely amazing. I'm gonna move on, because I'm gonna ask you to tell me about your early life. Your early life, if you're comfortable to talk about it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Your early life. What were you like in your early life? What was the foundation of Ger O'Brien? Who were you? What did you do? Where did you come from? What were your parents like? What experiences had you? What formed you? What gave you you talked earlier on, like, what did you say earlier on? It was very interesting. Or your past is your present.
We are as a result of our past experiences.
That was it, yeah.
And we are.
So what was your past experience up to 12
Up to 12,
as a boy?
loved football. Stuck to my foot.
Yeah.
The school books were thrown underneath the stairs, and I got the ball. I was gone, like,
Yeah.
you know. Just couldn't leave it off my foot.
Dreaming of playing for Man United or Liverpool or whatever it was it? Or?
Do you know what? I didn't realise what I had at the time.
It was
you
a
know.
gift, obviously.
Yeah, but we used to be playing every single day, you know. And then I got involved with this community games, and we won that up in Dublin, you know, which was a huge achievement. But me as a kid, I was a quiet kid. Again, I was a very caring kid. I was the youngest of 8.
Brothers and sisters?
Yeah, youngest of 8.
So not a quiet house, so.
No, and I'd always say, you know, we were all equal, not just in my home, but on the street, because we all had nothing back then, honestly. And the keys were left in the door, and the neighbours could walk in. There was never any issues, you know. Just walk in. Hello, Mrs. O'Brien, or whatever.
Did you have a happy childhood?
Oh, yeah.
Are you close with your brothers and sisters now?
Yeah.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've lost my father to throat cancer when I was 12. I lost my brother John to throat cancer. I lost my brother Tyg to throat cancer. I lost my sister Teresa to cancer 3 years ago.
Sorry to hear that.
Look, that's their life's experience, you know. I mean, it's just a vessel at the moment, the true essence of who we are as the soul, you know. But that doesn't take from having the physicality of them around, you know. And we're all going the same direction, like.
No one gets out alive, they say.
No.
How do you deal with that? Like, I have 5 sisters. I'm the oldest. How do you deal with death? I don't know how to deal with death. My grandmother passed away last December, and it was my last grandparent, and it was really sad. And my dad and my aunts and uncles are devastated. I was very sad. But I would imagine a parent or a sibling it must be a difficult thing.
Really tough. It's really tough, to be fair, you know.
Yeah.
I have a total different concept on it, you know. It's just a transition, like.
Yeah.
You know.
That's helpful.
We're spiritual beings in a physical body, having a physical incarnation, this time, place, dimension. This is just one of many, and many incarnations that we have had. So the physical body is just a vessel going through this dimension at the time, this 3-dimensional world. And, you know, it's our consciousness is who we really are. And your consciousness basically is awareness of being.
Can I expand on that a small bit? So with death, right? I happen to believe that exact same philosophy, by the way, right? That when you perish, when your body perishes, that your body, whatever happens to it, whether you get buried or whether you get cremated or whatever, it'll go back in, you know, there's still going to be something there. But your consciousness or your soul, someone might call it, will go into the great computer or go to heaven or go up into and then it floats around there looking for a way back or into a different dimension. That's kind of what I loosely believe in.
Yeah.
Right? Is that something that you resonate with, or have you a different perspective?
Look, there's infinite possibilities into different dimensions as the soul. But when we do, there's no such thing as death, only in the physical sense. When we do pass over and we transition into the spiritual realm or any other realm that's out there, you know, we can transition into other dimensions and we can heal from whatever we have gone through in this physical incarnation. And, it's said that the most euphoric feeling in the physical body is just the moments before you pass over into the spirit world. Because all illness, obviously, all disease, all suffering, all pain leaves just as the soul moves the body, leaves the body, And it's a wonderful experience. And, and it is a fact that the soul does hover around for a while, And in a lot of cases with my studies and stuff, when people have been brought back into the physical body, they didn't want to come back in because of what they've experienced. And I got this from a wonderful healer 30 years ago. A lot of people don't remember who he was, my age, Bill Parfrey, a wonderful Cork healer. And I had a great conversation with him one night before I even started on this journey, Little did I realise I'd end up doing this type of work. And he told me that he'd passed over and he went to the most beautiful place. Beautiful place. He was gone to a different solar system, he told me. And he heard people saying, look, come back. And he was going, I don't want to come back. And he was projected back into the, transported back into the physical body,
Do you believe in soul contracts?
100%.
Like there's this, there's something that I've been reading about recently that before you are born, you choose your parents.
Yeah, I believe that 100%.
You choose where you're going to live, you choose what you're going to be and what you want to achieve.
Yeah. And the experiences that you're going to have.
And the experiences. So, and if that is the case, and obviously we can't know for sure, right? But if that is the case, then everything is already decided.
Mm-hmm.
And that to me that gives me a bit of solace, actually.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Because then, sure, this is meant to be. It's meant to be. This is the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Even when things go wrong, they're going right.
100%. Like some of the most, I'd say, I wouldn't necessarily say traumatic, but not so nice times in my life have turned out to be the best times in my life. I speak about this all the time to my clients, This too will pass. And the way I put it is, if somebody's going through financial struggle or relationship breakup, a divorce or something, I'll get them to repeat, or I'll say to them at any given time in life, we're either going into the storm, we're in the storm, or we're coming out of the storm. Either way, the storm doesn't last for long. This too will pass, and it will. You look back at some of the things that have happened to you in the past, really tough times, but you've gotten through it. You always will, but if you haven't learned from what you've gone through, it becomes a mistake. I don't believe there is mistakes. I believe they're all experiences that we either choose to learn from or we don't. So if you do something wrong or you've had the same experience and you're not learning from it, then that experience has gone out the window. Then it becomes a mistake because, the universe is putting it there on a plate in front of you. You haven't learned from this yet. So people might come and say, why am I making all the bad decisions? Because you still haven't learned. Take a step back.
Dolores Cannon talks a lot about that. Do you know Dolores Cannon?
Yeah.
Dolores Cannon talks about that this is a school. Earth is a school.
But it is.
And you're down here to learn. And if you don't learn in this lifetime, you'll be back in the next lifetime until you fucking...
That's a fact. That's a fact. I mean, the way Florence Scovel Shinn has put it, life is a movie screen. You're the director, you're the author, you're the actor, you're the script writer, and you can change the script at any time yourself.
Yeah.
You're in control of you, nobody else.
Yeah. And I think, I really believe that, right? I genuinely do believe that. And I sometimes I think to myself, and this is something that I shouldn't be thinking because I'm like, why isn't everybody thinking like this? And you already said it earlier on, sure, you're in charge of yourself. Like, I am. Look after yourself. I am. Don't worry about anyone else. I am moving through this world.
Yeah.
I am here to do what I have to do. And if I don't do it, I'll be back to try and fix it anyway.
And that's it. My concept is, the art of allow people to be who they are and what they are and don't pass judgment, because you just don't know what anybody's going through,
I don't know.
And you spoke a while ago about that girl that you'd met many years ago, and you were thinking, why did she come into my life? Like, the way I see it is, people do come into our lives for a reason. So it could be 15 seconds, it could be 15 minutes, it could be 15 years. So therefore, no person is my friend, no person is my enemy. Every person is my teacher. So you learned invaluable lessons from this lady that has kind of transitioned you into where you are today, and lots more beside. That's why after opening up a whole new world for you, a whole new chapter, you know.
And it's gas, man, because that was so fleeting. Do you know what I mean? That was 20 odd years ago. I was only trying to get the shift. Do you know what I mean?
Did you get the shift?
I did.
Well done.
I did. And but you know what I mean? That was
Yeah.
isn't that for me? That's so fucking cool. That this person was in my life for a minute or 5 minutes or whatever, and it changed my trajectory. Not massively immediately, but over the space. If I look back now, I know like from meeting that girl to saying I know what the law of attraction is, to frantically Googling it so that I could fucking bullshit her on a date, and then to be kind of intrigued by it because, as I said to you earlier, like, I mean, when I was younger, I was going to mass with my grandmother. I was quite spiritual because she was such a kind lady and she loved me. And
Excuse me.
do you know what I mean? When you're loved unconditionally, you're just like, you know, like it's the most amazing thing, like, and I wanted that back, and then I was like, oh, this is leading me to here, which is leading me to here, which is leading me to this conversation today, which is an amazing conversation,
fantastic.
by the way.
Fantastic.
But it's it's just it's a weird world we live in.
But
man.
look what was instilled in you by your grandmother. You had a wonderful bond, you know, that unconditional love that she instilled in you. When you felt it, again, it's back to the feeling, you know. You can't give what you don't have inside, you know.
How do you explain hatred then, or evil?
Evil, it is there.
It's definitely there.
It is there, you know. Hatred is one of the worst emotions that you can harbour. Hatred is it dwells in the liver or the gallbladder. So there's a connection with every emotion. So hatred, anger, resentment, bitterness, that's held in the liver or the gallbladder. And I'll give you, no, I know I'm gone from hatred and evil, but I've had people come to me and while I'm about to work on them and stuff, there's a certain phrase I say, and we can say it in a minute. We can do a small bit of tapping if you want, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
And I might start tapping. I say, even though, and repeat after me, I'm holding on to all this anger, and the person's repeating after me, in my liver or my gallbladder, and they go, oh, I've no gallbladder.
Taken out.
Yeah. And now we're dealing on an anger and hatred issue. You got me? And I'm going, I wonder why, you know?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah. So it's like, you've probably heard the old saying, you know, it's you know, to wish badness on somebody else, hatred or anger, resentment, it's like, it's usually you sipping poison and waiting for the other person to die.
Yeah.
It's only affecting you.
Yeah. Yeah. It is, it's interesting, right? I definitely don't hate anyone. There's no one I hate, right? But there are people I dislike. And I hate that I dislike them then. Do you know that kind of way? I don't know if that's a normal thing. There's people that would annoy me and would irk me, I suppose, maybe is probably a better way. And I hate that feeling that I have when I'm thinking of that situation or that person or whatever.
Yeah.
And it lowers my vibration. It puts me in a bad mood. And before you know it, 4 or 5 hours have passed, and the next thing you might be ratty with the kids, or you might be ratty with herself, or you might be just ratty in your own mind.
Yeah.
And it's all because of just that little feeling of dislike for whatever reason. And it's usually a mirror of what something in yourself.
That's what it is.
You know?
The question I would ask you then is, who's created how you're feeling at that particular moment?
Oh, yourself.
100%.
Yeah.
So in order to counteract that, look, there's certain people I dislike as well, you know. I'm only human. But what I would do is I'd flip it and I'd send them love, compassion, understanding.
Really?
Genuinely.
That's cool. How would I do that now, as a matter of interest?
You bring that person.
Let's say I hated Sean, right?
Yeah.
Let's say I just didn't like Sean. He was a bit of a bollocks. I heard that he said that my Mickey was only 8 inches. It's 9, right?
All right.
And do you know what I mean? And I was like, how am I going to fucking send him love when I don't like him? Like, how would you, like, if anyone's listening out there now, right? And they are fighting with their brother or fighting with their sister or fighting with their friends that, you know, over something stupid.
Yeah.
How can you flip it? Can you give me
Remember now that you're being reactive to a situation here rather than responding. And when you start in the reactive process, you're lowering your vibration. You're going into a very negative state of mind here. Knowing that you're creating how you're feeling yourself. So therefore, all you have to do is say, I send you love,
Simple as that.
send you compassion and understanding. Now, if you want to go even further with that, right, we can talk about this at some other stage, you can use the Ho'oponopono mantra. And that is, that can work generally for for everything. Or you can be specific and bring that person to mind. And this is how it goes. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you.
Wow.
You say it in your mind.
Okay. Do you say it to the person?
No. They're not even aware of it, But they've got, you must understand, when you're harboring negative feelings, thoughts, energies and emotions towards another people, they literally have control over you. They're the puppeteer, you're the puppet. Because you've given them too much of your attention, and based on what we spoke about, energy follows thought. So when you're bringing somebody to mind, that energy follows thought. I get what I think of, whether I want it or not, so I'll be careful of what I think of. You've given over your power to them. If you knew how powerful your thoughts were, and your words, especially about yourself, you'd be very careful how you think and how you speak about yourself. Because when you do, this is projected out into universal consciousness, and based on the law of attraction, it comes back, literally tenfold, positive or negative. And the subconscious mind does not differentiate the difference between what's imagined, what's real, what's true, what's false, what's right or wrong, especially imagery. When you feed that to your subconscious mind, and you must look at the garden, you must look at the subconscious mind like a fertile land, like a garden. And every seed that you plant in your subconscious mind, which is the garden of your mind, has to grow after its kind. So every seed of negativity or positivity that's impressed upon that has to be expressed on the outer world. So be careful how you think and how you speak.
Say that again to me. I'm sorry.
Please forgive me.
I'm writing this down now. Please forgive me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love you. No, that mantra. I've done serious courses on this, and this is all you need.
I'm going to use that, man.
This is all you need.
I'm going to use that. That's my lesson today now. I'm going to use that. So when I'm saying that
Ho'oponopono
about Sean, I'm visualizing me. Am I visualizing saying it to him, or am I just saying it like for someone who's, because I think, right, what we're talking about today, right, I feel you're a guru, right, and I feel I know a small bit about it, right, but there might be a lot of people who don't know anything at all about this, So I think that's powerful, man. I just felt power from you when you were saying that there.
It's powerful. Now, regarding Sean, that's been specific.
I love you, Sean.
That's been specific.
Yeah.
With an individual that he's not affecting you, you're affecting you.
Yeah.
By the attention that you're giving him. So when you say those words and you bring him to mind, genuinely, authentically, and you're saying those words, well then, unbelievable healing takes place. Now, if you want to be very general, which is what I do, the majority of the time, I just say it all day in my mind. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. If there's an incident occurs, right, let's say a confrontation. Maybe somebody is giving you a bit of abuse. Maybe you're having an argument with your wife, God bless her. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. In your mind. Because we're all connected, okay? We're all one. We're all connected by an invisible silver cord, okay? And, we can cut people out of our lives by just cutting the cord, bring them to our attention as well. We don't have to be holding on to gunk from the past. And as I said, and it's gone back a while now with the two Norries, and great respect for James Leonard and Timmy Long, to be honest with you. Great guys, for starting up that at the time. I said, if we don't heal the wounds from the past, we'll bleed all over the future.
I saw that.
Unexpressed emotions become suppressed and toxic, and it's only going to affect us. So just let it go.
Let it go.
Just let it go. Oh, but this happened to me. Oh, you've no idea what happened to me. Just let it go.
My friend, she's a comedian, Kyla is her name, Kyla Cobbler. She has this mantra, and I use it. I use it a lot. Happy. Thank you. More, please.
I love it.
It's
Isn't it
unbelievable.
simple?
It's so simple. And it's like, she said to me, I remember she saying to me, she goes, if you're doing a big gig, and you've spent so long selling it and pushing it and advertising it, and the next thing it arrives and it sells out, and you do the show and you're feeling amazing. Just go, happy, thank you, more please.
Yeah.
And it really works for me. Like,
As it was.
yeah, it's an amazing little thing. Like,
But I wrote that, and the thing I wrote on the back of the great invocation there, the piece on the left at the back of it, I got
Back here?
Yeah, to repeat down the bottom left. Repeat every day. Powerful, powerful words.
thank you, God, for bringing me success in my life. It is done now.
Yeah.
Mm.
Consistency, repetition, miracles. I'm telling you.
I believe in miracles.
Mm.
I'm going to have to move on to the next question. We could probably just do a podcast per question, the way this is going. What do you do for fun?
What do I do for fun? I like to train. I've trained all my life. I love training. I like to walk barefoot in nature. There could be a whole new podcast on that about grounding, earthing oneself, you know.
I was grounding this morning. I was doing my this kind of a chi thing every morning. I've started doing it now. We're just moving the flow.
Well done.
Grounding is amazing.
Yeah.
Hugging trees. I get the boys to hug trees all the time.
Trees are very intelligent, sentient beings, you know.
Yeah.
If ever you have any problems, just go and sit by a tree and just give them your worries and stuff.
They have a language and everything underneath the ground, man.
Yeah,
All the roots are connected and everything. I saw you dancing on one of your TikToks. You're a fucking dancer, brother.
Yeah, and that's when I got double knee surgery.
Was it because of because of dancing? Is it?
Bilateral. No, I had my knees done at that stage.
Oh, they were done at that stage.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying that I was always a dancer.
Yeah.
And back in the 80s, I used to be dancing in Spiders down Coburg Street, you know. I loved it. All the competitions.
Dude, you're able to dance, man. I was looking, because I remember seeing it on a TikTok ages ago. And then
It's all coming out.
And then I went back to look at it today again, and I was like, fucking hell, man. This guy's able to move. But you're able to move, like, you know.
Natural rhythm, as we say.
Sure, yeah. To be a tricky winger, like.
Tricky winger.
Yeah. All right, okay. So we have touched on the law of attraction, right? And I think that the law of attraction is possibly the most, for me, I'm only speaking on my perspective, it's been the most powerful tool that I have ever encountered in my whole entire being. Now, there might be other tools out there, or might be other laws of the universe out there that are just as powerful, but it's one that I focused in on. And just for people out there who do not know what it is, and there's a great listenership to this podcast, and it's men and women, and it's young and old. And I'm just conscious that some people might not know what the law of attraction is. Could you kind of, I suppose, explain it in a way that isn't, I suppose, too convoluted for, like, I honestly could talk to you all day about the law of attraction.
Yeah.
But, like, can you just explain it to me as if I didn't know what it was?
Yeah.
The law of attraction.
In simple terms, the law of attraction says that which is like unto itself is drawn. So what you focus on with intent, but more to the point, with dominant intent, if you really want to bring something good into your life, well, that's the way to go about it, okay? People miss the part about the feeling. That is the most important purpose of the law of attraction, and this is very real.
I'm glad you said that.
You know, you have a lot of people out there talking about the law of attraction, and to be fair to them, they're doing the best that they can, you know, but feeling is the secret. Feel it real. Now, there's many ways of performing the law of attraction, if you want to call it that, through manifestation and creative visualization. The best time to do that is just before you go to sleep. And the state akin to sleep, is the way we describe it, is just before you nod off, is to visualize yourself in the present tense, in the present moment now, that you've already achieved what you want to achieve, as if it's already happened. It's real.
Yeah.
But it's back to the feeling. You have to feel it.
Yeah. So it's like you have to draw the picture, but you have to act as if it's already the case as well.
Yeah,
like,
and this does not have to be complicated. You know,
I think that's the thing as well. It because it's actually quite a simple thing. Like Abraham Hicks uses the phrase "thoughts become things," and I think sometimes people just go, "Oh, if I'm going to win the lotto, so I'm just going to win it." Is it? You know? But you it's a lot deeper than that. Like I like the way you're explaining that there now, because it isn't just the thought; it's the feeling of the thought and the acting as if it's already the case, and the visualizing of it, kind of embodying it, even if it isn't even if it isn't the reality when you're thinking and talking about it, but kind of I suppose faking it till you make it in a way.
You can put it that way, but you're saying, you know, the reality, like we create our own reality by the thoughts that we think. And we're the captain of our own ship, we're the master of our own destiny. So again, this can be done at any time, and you can do it through the 369 method. Now, I believe that just before you go to sleep is the best time. And as Dr. Wayne Dyer said, it marinates in your subconscious mind for around 8 hours. The conscious mind takes a break, it goes to sleep. The subconscious mind never rests, you know. So what you're feeding that during the night, whether that's positive or negative, you'll wake up the following morning, literally in that same state of mind of consciousness. And it's the best time in the morning then as well, within the first 5 minutes, to impress the subconscious mind again what you took into the sleep state. Okay? So when you wake up in the morning, okay, the first thing I do is I cross my hands over my spiritual heart center, my chakra. I take a deep breath. Eyes are closed. Thank you, God, for my breath. Without it, I wouldn't be here. Then I open my eyes.
In the bed.
In the bed. So why do I speak those words? Because there's 8 billion people in the world. Let's say 4 billion people went to sleep last night, and there was thousands didn't wake up. Such is the population of the world. So I'm starting the day in a positive way, and I'm pre-paving the day. Myself, I'm taking full control. Thank you for my eyesight to see this wonderful day unfold before me. The wonderful thoughts, feelings, emotions, opportunities, people, circumstances, situations, events, emails, phone calls, text messages, WhatsApps that I've already drawn into my life's experience this day, that I will continue to draw into my life's experience this day, that will only serve me in a positive way with infinite love and gratitude. I am truly grateful for who I am. It's before I get out of bed.
Gratitude. Gratitude is an attitude. That's another thing that I am working on consciously now, is being grateful. And I'm praying a lot now. And how I pray, I was talking to John O'Connor, fantastic man from Newtown Chandram, hurley maker, great hurler back in the day, just a really cool, interesting guy. And we were talking about prayers there recently. And I was saying to you that I'm trying recently to transport my affirmations into my prayers while I'm talking to God. And I was asking him how he prayed. He was like, I said, you bless yourself when you pray, you know? And he said this thing that I thought was he goes, it's kind of like the dialing tone, like it's like the 087 before you ring. He goes, do you know, you bless yourself.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, yeah. And like, so what I'm doing now at the moment is I'll bless myself and I'll try and talk to God like I'm talking to you. And I'll try and while I'm talking to him, I'll start with gratitude, like, and what you just said there, I'll be like, thanks for my eyesight. Thanks, my senses is actually what I talk about. I'm like, thanks for my touch, my sight, my taste, my hearing. You know, like I'm grateful for the basic fundamentals that I would have in the past taken completely for granted. Sure, do you know what I mean? Like I would have gone through large periods of my life, putting whatever I wanted into my body, not respecting my body, not thinking about my body, not thinking about my sight, my hearing, my touch, my sense. And I feel that is, I feel since I've been doing that, I just feel a sense of power.
Fantastic.
A sense of power. Like, do you get that yourself?
Yeah, all the time. And fair play to you. But like, you're on about praying, you know. But when you pray, God listens. When you meditate, God speaks.
How do you meditate? How do you meditate?
How do I meditate?
Yeah. I know you were saying with the
Hertz frequencies, yeah, but you can meditate anytime. You can meditate for 30 seconds, you know. Close your eyes and just focus on the breath. Always go to the breath, you know. And if you do want to pray to God and ask for something, don't ask out of a necessity and don't pray out of lack, because that's all you'll ever get, you know. Wishing and wanting will never happen.
So how would you pray? So what like we'll say like wishing and wanting. I think a lot of prayers, people, myself years ago, I'd be like, oh, I want a house, or I want a nice car, or I want this.
I'd done the same.
You know, like what way would you recommend to pray then?
Okay, so if somebody's going through an illness, thank you God for my healing. if somebody's down their luck, financially, thank you God for my financial increase. I have a lavish, steady, dependable income consistent with integrity and mutual benefit. Those are prayers, those are affirmations. Like you're saying about you're speaking to somebody out there, but you are God, like we all are. We're all a particle of God consciousness. God made us in the image of himself, you know. I'm one with the Father, and the Father is greater than I.
Yeah. That's so deep, man.
Isn't it?
Yeah, that is so deep. I love it. I sincerely love it. I'm loving this conversation, brother.
So am I.
Yeah.
Really enjoying it.
Okay. So on your bio on TikTok,
Excuse me.
you're a master EFT practitioner. So in the similar, we might try a bit of. Can you explain what EFT is?
Okay, EFT, otherwise known as emotional freedom technique, is I suppose, a psychological acupressure technique I use to tap on myself and on clients to release trapped emotions and energy blocks that may be preventing somebody from moving forward in their life, from being successful. Even with athletes, it works on everything and anything, you know. I believe that if we don't deal with unresolved specific events and traumas and negative trapped emotions from past events, we'll never be able to move forward. Never be able to move forward, because this is what's holding us back. You look at some athletes, for instance, you know, there's so much in them, but there's emotional blockages. The stuff might have happened in childhood, you know, that they really find it difficult to resolve, you know. Mightn't necessarily be childhood, could have been something in later years, but I honestly believe that if we don't deal with these unresolved specific events, what we're holding on to. Remember the blockages a while ago I said about holding on to in our internal organ system? These are the problems. So EFT is based on energy, obviously. We say the cause of all negative emotion is a disruption in the body's energy system. So when we tap on this one, specifically the karate chop point, okay, so I'm right-handed, I'm going to tap on my left hand. It sends an energetic connection of energy to a little part of the brain called the amygdala. And the amygdala is responsible for the fight, flight, or freeze response. But it's also partially responsible for the processing of emotions. So let's say you're going through a stressful situation. You might be going on stage, okay? My God, I'm overwhelmed. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ, I'm stressed out here. The anxiety, right? Say the anxiety, the knot in the stomach, okay? And the anxiety is connected to the stomach meridian, which is here, okay? So when you start tapping here, that sends a signal to the amygdala and says, relax, nothing going to happen to you. Nobody going to harm you. There's nobody going to jump out and attack you, etc., etc. Lowers the cortisol, lowers the stress instantly. So if you were going on stage, for instance, you tap on this point, okay, and you'd say to yourself, even though, let's say, I feel overwhelmed, yeah, would you be overwhelmed or what, or anxious?
I'm actually pretty good now with going on stage. I never really had massive stage fright or anxiety, but I would have had a little bit. What I found very difficult actually was being present just before I go on stage. Sometimes, like, you'd be like, I wonder what's going to be like. I wonder what is it going to be good? Am I going to remember my lines? Am I going to remember my jokes? Yeah. Are the audience going to, like, stuff that I can't control? I can't control whether the audience are going to enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? That's where a little bit of anxiety might come in. But I have to say, no, I'm not too bad with that. Where I would feel maybe anxiety is now is if I had to, like, I am actually, believe it or not, I'm actually quite introverted, right? But the general consensus would be, oh, he's an extroverted person, he's on stage all the time.
Yeah.
So if I was going to a family event, we'll say, if I was going to something where I might be meeting, you know, cousins from years ago or something like that, that might cause me a little bit of anxiousness. I'd be like, oh, fuck's sake, do I have to go to that now? I have to fucking, you know, that kind of way. Get a little bit of anxiety from that. But like stage, I'd be comfortable enough. I feel I'm at this stage in my life, I am comfortable enough.
And you don't even have to work on the negative side of it. You can work on the positive. And you can really build yourself up and your vibration by tapping before you go on stage if you're not that overwhelmed, you know.
So you can even enhance it, so.
Oh, big time. That's like I said to people, it's not about drawing people back to me either. I just say, you come back to me if you want to, you know. It's about come back to me when you're firing on all cylinders. It's a great time, you know.
Yeah.
So if you had any apprehensions or whatever about going on stage, you're able to deal with that, that's fine. But you can also go on stage, you know, and let's just go for it, okay? I now choose
to
to go on this stage,
go on this stage.
blow it out of the water,
and blow it out the
because I'm good enough.
Because I'm good enough.
People have paid good money.
People have paid good money.
Come and see me.
Come and see me.
I am fantastic at what I do.
I am fantastic.
I'm such a funny guy.
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 In fact,
this
this is going to go really well.
is going to go really
There's
well.
going to be a lot of people contact me
Well, a lot of people contact me
from this stage.
from this stage.
How I've performed,
How I performed,
the way I've got it across.
the way I have got it across.
People are in stitches.
People are in stitches.
I told some fantastic jokes tonight.
I told some fantastic jokes tonight.
I'm such a cruel guy.
I'm such a cruel guy.
I water my plants with ice cubes.
I water my plant with ice cubes.
My wife asked me,
My wife asked me,
take me someplace I've never been before.
take me someplace I've never been
I
before.
brought her into the kitchen.
I brought her into the kitchen.
I'm that good at what I do.
I'm that good at what I
The
do.
audience is erupting.
The audience is erupting.
Television shows are coming at me.
Television shows are coming
They
up.
just want me
They just want me
because I'm good enough.
because I'm good enough.
Deep breath.
I better put my phone off airplane mode if they're trying to ring me. That's amazing, Ger. That's amazing. What does God mean to you?
God means to me omnipresent, unconditional love.
So, were you raised as an Irish Catholic?
Yeah, I was.
Most people in Ireland are Irish Catholic. Do you go to Mass? Do you read the Bible? Do you say prayers? Or do you have your own personal relationship?
No, I say prayers. I say a lot of affirmations, a lot of spiritual affirmations. I go to church regarding. I'll go in and say a prayer and just connect with God. Whereas you don't have to be, but it's a lovely place to visit at times, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't go to church like I used to when I was a kid, you know.
Yeah, I'm people who are listening to this now will know I've been talking about this the last few weeks. I'm reconnecting with that side of me, and I went to Mass on Sunday for the first time. I'd say, Jesus, I'm talking about Mass now as in not including weddings or funerals. Do you know, that kind of way? Like a Mass on a regular Sunday. I took my young fella Harvey to Mass last Sunday in Killavullen at 10 o'clock, and we were late, of course, all right, and but we got there anyway, and we went in and we sat down, and there was a girl singing, and there was hardly anyone at it, to be honest, compared to the way I used to remember Mass. And I dressed in good clothes, Ger. I put on good clothes, and like Harvey put on good clothes, and we went in and I took the body of Christ at host.
Lovely.
And I sat down and I tried to remember what that prayer is after you did that. I don't know if I got the right one, but I know that God is okay that I was making the attempt. And I left. And do I have a desire to do that again? I'm not so sure. I probably will, because I'm trying to reconnect. But what I have been doing, and you just said it there, is, and I have done this all over the country in the last few months, is I've been stopping in random churches in the middle of the day and going in. And I feel so peaceful and powerful when I do that.
Keep doing it. It's a wonderful thing to do. I do it all the time.
Yeah.
I honestly do, you know.
Yeah, it is a wonderful thing to do.
Yeah.
And you have your own little connection and your own few words, and you mesh prayers with affirmations and you know, and a bit of gratitude.
Yeah, and I say it before I go to bed as well. I say the Our Father, I say the Hail Mary still, you know. I love it.
I said the Our Father, the Hail Mary, the Glory Be, and then there was a prayer that was over my bed when I was a small boy. And it's like, Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Little ones to him belong, they are weak, but he is strong. Right? Now I haven't read the Bible, so I don't know if it's like, do you know what I mean? But like, I say it, and it brings me back to that being that 7-year-old going to Mass in Carrick-on-Shore with my grandmother. It just brings me back to that time. And then my last prayer is to my guardian angel.
That's fantastic.
And I talk to God, do my prayers, and then just before my guardian angel prayer, I'll have an old chat with the guardian angel.
That's brilliant. It's brilliant.
You know, and since I've been doing that, right, and I can't believe I'm doing this, man, because when I was go back 20 years ago, man, I was taking cocaine and drinking beers and trying to, you know, like womanizing and just, you know, like, you know, just being a scut, do you know, that kind of way.
Yeah.
And I find that I'm just really happy and content in my life, and I love my life, and I love what my wife and my children. I'm grateful for it, and I'm really astounded at the transition. You know, I just really am astounded by it, and I'm just thinking, because like I'm turning 50 next year. I'm like, is this just what happens to everybody?
Yeah.
Do you know? Isn't it?
No, not at all. Like you've made that choice
Yeah.
to travel this path that you're on. You know,
Mm.
a lot of people don't make that choice. But if they watch this podcast and listen
might.
to you and your story, maybe they will make a few little changes in their life, you know. But like, there's no such thing as an atheist in a foxhole.
Oh yeah, yeah. There isn't.
You know what a foxhole
I
is?
do. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Is
a lot
there-
of people don't understand what that is like.
Do you want to give a definition of it? The foxhole is like it's a wartime.
Yeah,
little bit.
like they dig a hole,
Yeah,
you know, to protect themselves from the advancing army.
yeah.
So you've got the guy that is religious and believes in God. So there's two guys in the foxhole and the army's coming at him, and one guy's shooting his gun, and next thing he's shooting, he's going, oh God, please help me, you know. And you've the atheist there and he's going, nah, bother. And he runs out of ammunition and he goes, oh God, please help me. Or he's calling for his mother, you know.
Yeah,
So there's no such thing as an atheist in a foxhole.
yeah, yeah. I have yeah, like it hurts me, right? Joan hurts me now is when I have people who are close to me, and they would think this is a load of bollocks,
Mm.
and they don't have anything like this in their life. And that hurts me because I am fearful for them. I don't know why it hurts me, man, but it does.
Yeah, because you've come so far on this path and you can see how wonderful it is, and you'd like to share your experience, and for them to have the experiences that you've had or thereabouts, and they're closed to it, as Dr. Wayne Dyer said, you know, a closed mind is open to nothing. You can't force it down their throats.
A closed mind is open to nothing. That is also relevant.
Mm.
Yeah, it's hard to open your mind when it's been closed for so long as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you have to disconnect from people
Yeah.
like that, you know, and it's not being ungrateful or, you know, in a non-loving way, but if they don't want to get involved in it, well, don't push it. Like,
And don't force it down their
don't
throat.
force it, like.
Yeah.
You know?
I have a small bit of bad news for you, man. You have been sentenced to death for a crime you did not commit.
Yeah.
You know, you did not commit this crime. You have been grievously sentenced to your demise tomorrow morning. However, the jailer is mad into tapping, right? And he's like, this fella's all right.
Yeah.
And instead of giving you a main course, he's decided to give you a starter, a main course, and a dessert.
I like this.
And you can have whatever you want. It doesn't have to make sense. What are you having for your breakfast? Or for your starter,
For
sure.
my starter,
Yeah.
minestrone soup.
Minestrone soup. That's noodle soup, is it?
Noodly.
Noodly,
Yeah.
noodly.
Yeah, I remember that from a kid.
Uh,
Minestrone soup.
Minestrone soup. Ooh, that's
Yeah.
no one has ever said that.
Load of white pepper.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why minestrone soup?
Gorgeous. You know, like
It is nice. I
It's
haven't had a bowl of
it's- it's-
minestrone soup. I was just going to say.
I can taste it. No, this is where the senses come into stuff again now. I can taste that now already.
Are you having a bread roll with it?
I will. I'll have a white bread roll with a natural butter.
I fucking love butter.
I love butter too.
Like
The real
just-
butter.
The real butter. Kerrygold butter is
Kerrygold,
absolutely
yeah.
amazing. Like, are you having just one? You can have as many rolls now as you want. You want 2 or 3
No,
rolls?
just one, because the next one is really going to start filling me up.
Okay.
My main meal.
What are we having for the main?
Tripe and dressing.
Ah, Jesus Christ. Sorry, Holy God. Tripe and dressing. Are you serious?
Serious, yeah. Like my mother used to make.
Oh, okay. So tell people what tripe and dressing is.
Comes from the sheep,
Is
like
it the belly?
It's the belly, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Is that the tripe or the dressing?
the tripe is the white part?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe, yeah.
And-
Crikey, yeah.
Tripe and dressing. And what comes with that then? Potatoes?
Potatoes, yeah, and a lovely white sauce.
Yeah.
A load of white pepper on that.
Load of white
Oh
pepper.
my God.
Would you have that?
Absolutely
Have you had that recently?
She won't cook it for me.
Is there a place in town that makes it?
Inside, well, they don't make it, they sell it.
Or sell it, should I say? Sorry.
The English market, like. Yeah.
I think there's a restaurant. I'd have to. I think I saw it in a restaurant in Cork somewhere. If I come across it again, I'll send it on to you, man.
And that and crew beans, like crew beans and bodice.
Crew beans are
I know
pig's feet.
this is, I'm having the tripe and dressing for my main meal, but the bodice and the
The bodice of Christ.
The body said the ribs, you know that. Oh my God, that's gorgeous.
Tripe and drisheen, man. That is an unusual
That's
choice
a
now.
proper Cork meal now. Like.
It's pure Cork, man. And minestrone soup is kind of Italian then, like, do you know what I mean? You're kind of mixing it up. You're getting your little,
Yeah.
you're getting your geography
Guess what
around the
I'm gonna
place.
finish with?
I'm going to say jelly and ice cream.
He's a psychic. He's a psychic. I
I'm
love
just getting
it.
the vibes, man.
I love it. I love it.
Ger, it has been an absolute pleasure beyond belief to talk to you on my podcast today. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me on, and thanks to the lads for doing this.
They're gentlemen,
Really
Alessio
appreciate you
and Sean.
time, lads. Thank you.
And please God, come back again at some stage.
Yeah, I'd love
Because I have, honestly, I had 6 questions there, right? And I think we could have done a full podcast per question, you know? So, yeah, let's do it again
Yeah,
sometime.
definitely. No, I loved it. Thank you very much.
God bless you, brother.
Thank you. God bless you too.
Talk to you soon. Peace and love.